Hello and welcome to the video. If this is your first time here, my name is Mike. If you've been here before, my name is still Mike, but you would have known that already. So it's been a while since I've done one of these talking head style videos, but we have something important to talk about, so here we are. Now you've seen the title already, so you know what we're going to be talking about this week. That's right, the new drone regulations that Transport Canada is proposing. Now I'm going to talk about a few things in this document that stood out to me. Right off the top, if you're a drone pilot and want to put in your 2 cents, that is possible, but has to be done before September 22nd of this year, and the sooner the better. Now, I have read the entire 160-page document. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to do the same. Most of this document appears to be wording changes to make the existing rules a little more clear. So now let's get into the meat of these proposed changes. Under these proposed regulations, there would be a new classification of drone. So we would have micro drones, which are sub 250 gram drones, small drones, which would cover everything from 250 grams to 25 kilograms, and the new class, medium drones, which would be the 25 kilogram all the way up to 150 kilograms. By adding the medium class, it would appear that Transport Canada is getting rid of the requirement for an SFOC for each takeoff over 25 kilograms. Now that limit would move up to 150 kilograms. Obviously there will be stipulations and caveats, but there will be less paperwork if these changes come into effect, presuming you want to fly a bigger drone. Now, Transport Canada is also proposing some additional freedoms for advanced pilots. These include visual line of sight operations with a medium drone up to 150 kilograms, extended visual line of sight operations, and sheltered operations. Now, let me explain those last two. Extended visual line of sight operations would allow the drone pilot to lose sight of the drone, providing there is a visual observer who is able to scan the airspace to confirm there's no interference. Now here are the caveats for this. The visual observer has to be an advanced pilot and must remain within 2 nautical miles of the drone pilot, and maintain unaided visual contact with the airspace that the RPAS is in for the duration of the flight. Sheltered operations will help out building inspectors and real estate photographers more than the rest of us. It simply means that you're now able to fly your drone legally behind a building or other object without the need for a visual observer. There will be specified distances from the building or obstruction that must be maintained in order to qualify for this exemption, but it can help out a lot. There are also proposed rule changes for beyond visual line of sight operations. These changes would allow for drone deliveries, inspections of pipelines, power lines, delivery of medical supplies to remote communities, search and rescue operations, and some other operations that are complicated or actually impossible right now. Once again, there will be stipulations and caveats in order to carry out these operations, including a new drone pilot license titled Level 1 Complex Operations and an RPAS operator certificate. To get the new license, you'll need to be at least 18 years of age, be an advanced pilot in good standing, attend a mandatory Transport Canada approved ground school, and have a complete medical assessment. To obtain an RPAS operator certificate, you would need to appoint an accountable executive, identify a maintenance person, implement a training program, implement standard operating procedures during flights, and implement a process to manage safety risks. Very similar to the procedures already in place for manned operations, but scaled down to reflect the reduced risks of unmanned operations. Now, Transport Canada has also updated the fee schedule. I'm going to touch on a couple of these changes right now. Drone registration will go from $5 to $10, so still not bad. Level 1 Complex Operation Certificate exam will be $50, and to get your certificate you will need to fork over an additional $125. Now the fees that bug me a bit. Currently, the cost for applying for an SFOC is a grand total of $0.00 including GST. Under the proposed regulations, low complexity SFOC applications will cost $150, and an application for a high complexity SFOC will set you back a cool $2,000. Now, I'm not suggesting that Transport Canada keeps the current fees in place, but the cost seems a bit high to me, or maybe I'm just cheap. Anyway, I've taken up enough of your time for this video. But if you're a drone pilot or an aspiring drone pilot in Canada, I highly recommend you read the document and participate in letting Transport Canada know your thoughts. I have, once again, left a link to the document in the description. It is a bit of a long read, but this is important to the future of unmanned aviation in Canada. All that remains now is for me to remind you to subscribe if you're into that kind of thing. Feel free to share this video with a drone pilot you may know. And if you don't mind, on your way out of the video, click or tap on one of the thumbs, preferably the one pointed in the upwards direction. Remember, you can follow Gradient Imaging on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok if you so desire. But until next week, bye-bye.